Blog Talk Radio.
You are now listening to the most talked about blog talk radio station in the universe. Walk in His ways, Impact Voice Radio. Be prepared to have your mind stimulated, your spirit elevated in ways you couldn't even imagine. Introducing your host and the mastermind behind this unforgettable experience, Furman Jackson Jr. You will not be disappointed. Let's go!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Walking This Wave Impact Voice. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., broadcasting you live from my hometown, my city of Mobile, Alabama. Hope everybody having a great week. Well, Thursday afternoon, of course. No children in school, people at work, people off. But no, out taking care of your daily business, your daily routine, of course. And hope everybody having a great, productive day in the city, not just in the city of Mobile, but all around the world, of course. And here we're bringing another interview here locally. Like I said, we got a lot of gifted men and women here in the city of Mobile who are doing a lot of great, productive things. To better their lives, to better themselves, to better their family, to better the generation. We're at the point now everybody want to get generational wealth, and it's really catching up to people of color, of course, when it comes to generational wealth. The Bible says a good man leaving hand for his children. And we know that the Proverbs woman, the virtuous woman, she was an entrepreneur herself. She made sure her household was taken care of, spiritually, financially, of course, because she had her own thing going on. And like I said, today is transpiring today to where we're taking to where people want to go in life and where they're going, where they're striving to achieve their goals, whatever. But like I said, I'm about to be ready to pull in my guest here on Impact Voice, and I'm about to say, welcome to Walking This Way's Impact Voice.
Well, thank you for the invite. My name is Tyresha Whitley.
And I appreciate you, Whit, for taking time out your busy schedule to be a part of the broadcast, talk about your business, talk about single motherhood, your time in the Air Force, working in the field of correction officer. So we're going to have fun today, of course, and I hope everybody's tuning in, listening to the broadcast, of course. Get something out of it. Hope something that would be said today will motivate you, encourage you, inspire you to become all that you're destined to be. So we're about ready to kick this interview off, of course, and my first question is, who is this great, amazing woman?
Well, first and foremost, Tyresha Whitley is a mother. My kids mean everything to me. I am a single mother of 3. I have Kennedy, who's 3, Casey, who's 1, and Kyla, who just made 3 months yesterday, or whatever. Secondly, I am a hard worker, determined, dedicated, motivated. I am a United States Air Force veteran. I work as a corrections officer at the county jail, and I am also a new business owner for KK Facial Care, and that's a skincare line.
And then that was like I said, you're a jack of all trades, of course, and with your mindset, your determination, and your focus and your purpose driven, that's a good thing to see in this generation. Then my next question is, how was it growing up in your household? Do you come from a close knit family?
We're pretty close knit. My mother was a single mother until I was about 9, and then she got with my dad, because I don't call him a stepdad, because he stepped up to be the man that me and my siblings needed in our life. But me and my mom were pretty tight. As at one point we were not, but you know how that is when I'm basically her all over again, and she didn't like that. So, me and my brothers were close. So I'm very close to my little brother. He is 15. I was 12 when he was born. And my other brother, he's 26, and me and him are also close. And also, we have my stepsisters and brothers who I also just say they're my sisters and brothers. And now we're all good, all close. So, yeah, basically a close-knit family.
And that's what's up. So you got that family support and that the support and that love, that close knit, and that's always a good thing to have within, you know what I'm saying, within your background, always having that
Right.
support to back you, and and staying focused. And I know you mentioned that you went into the Air Force. So how was your experience
Mhm.
serving in the Air Force?
Let me tell you something. When it comes to that, I feel a lot of people. I took that time for granted because if I can go back, I definitely will go back. I was in for 4.5 years. I ended up getting medically retired. I went in as security forces. My first duty station was in Europe. So I was stationed in Germany at Bogaway Air Force Base, and it was the best time of my life. You know, I'm going over there young. I had just turned 19 when I got over there, and from 19 until 22, that's where I was. No, actually, from 19 to 23 or whatever. So it was, I'm talking about the time of my life. But I also learned a lot as far as career-wise and how to be a leader and, you know, just how to build a work ethic, period, because a lot of people don't understand when you go into the military, this is, you know, this is a sound structure, it's an organization. Like, they're going to help you build character and all of this other stuff. So I definitely miss being in the military, but I also left out with some great knowledge that I can, you know, I still use to this day or whatnot. And, of course, my benefits. Still got my benefits or whatever because, like I said, I was medically retired out or whatnot. But I wouldn't say I encourage people to join the military, but if it's like something they have to do, definitely go and, you know, see, like if you are in the military, don't be scared to go over to a different country because I promise you it's the best thing to ever do. It's like it's a culture shock. Like you don't see the stuff that you see in Europe or Japan or Korea, you would never see that stuff in America. So definitely go into the military to get that experience.
And that's what's up. So, like you said, you take that experience, you learn, then you apply it to your everyday life, and that's a good thing. I know part of
Right.
being in the military is discipline, and I noticed that, like I said,
Right.
us working together on the same team, you demonstrate that on a regular basis, and that's always a good thing. While that time in Air Force, what was the most spiritual thing that they going to the back you most likely enjoyed during that time in the Air Force?
You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I enjoyed the traveling. Definitely enjoyed the traveling. You know, I also had marksmanship, so I shot over 40 different weapons or whatever. So I enjoyed that. Also, it was just, you know, being there. I don't know. It's wonderful. And I'm sorry because I have my daughter with me and I'm in the store. So.
Are you good? So that's then my next question is, all right, I know you're a single mother, and by our setting that we work in, you see a lot of young people coming to jail every day.
Yes.
And you look on the news, you see a lot of young people, and I say this all the time, not to step on anybody's toe. A lot of stuff comes from top behaviors, and we see this all the time where nowadays parents back their children wrong, so that's why like children never learn anything. But as you being a mother yourself, what is your goals when it comes to
My
you
goal,
being a mother?
well, my goal is to me being a mother, you know, being a mother is basically teaching my kids right from wrong. I'm not going to uphold you in your wrongdoing. That's never going to happen because guess what? My mother didn't do it to me. I'm not going to do it to my kids. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And if you're right, then I'm going to stand behind you. Or I think just like you said, a lot of parents these days, they don't uphold their kids in their wrongdoings. Another goal of mine is like like I said, we all know that I'm a single mother or whatever, but I have a son and I have 2 daughters, and I basically want to teach my son, okay, this is how you treat a woman, and then for my daughters, this is how you should be treated as a woman. Whatever. I know I can't teach them everything because at the end of the day, kids do need their fathers, but I'm gonna do, you know, the best I can because I know with my mother being a single mother for 9, well, until I was 9 or whatnot, she taught us a lot. So. Definitely, like, my main goal, though, is to just make sure I can teach them and guide them in a positive direction as much as I can until they're old enough to start making decisions on their own. And I hope they still come to me and ask or, you know, try to get my opinion about some of the things that they have going on or whatever. So will never be, I want to be a mother, but you can't be a parent and their friend all at the same time. And that's another problem with a lot of other parents. Not to step on any toes, but yeah.
And then I agree with that because, like I said, we see this all the time, in our city, in our
Yes.
community. And we got away
Yeah.
from parenting. I mean, I'm not a parent because I don't have any children, but I'm just saying
Right.
that we see the home is
A
broken,
lot
of
of
course.
people have.
Go ahead.
Right. No, a lot of people have gotten away from parenting because I had and I don't want to really bring up this because, we do work at the jail or whatever, but I had a kid come to me yesterday, and just like they say at work, we have more than one title. We're not just a corrections officer, we're a therapist, we're a preacher, we're a mother, we're somebody to talk to. And yesterday I had to talk to this child who had recently just turned 18 and came to jail for the first time or whatever. And it's sad because he has no one. He don't have no family. His folks stopped dealing with him. Something's wrong with the mother and this, that, and the third. But he's trying. And he was like, I was in the store and I had, stole something to eat and this, that, and the third. And it's like, it is so sad because why are you out here? Like, where is your family? Like, what happened? Like, what is going on? And I would never want my kids to feel like they don't have anyone to turn to because they done messed up one time, so I'm completely cutting them off and letting them, be grown and this, that, and the third. I don't want my kids out here suffering. And a lot of parents, they're letting their kids suffer because they want to be selfish. And, I understand tough love also, but when it comes to the point where your child is sleeping out outside and they're doing things to purposely get in trouble to come to jail because they know that's a place to stay and get out the cold or get out the heat. It's a place for them to get food and this, that, and the third. I don't want my kids going through that. And I feel like a lot of parents need to step up as parents and actually, if you guide and lead your kids, they won't go into these directions that they don't need to go. So,
and I agree.
That's my opinion.
And I agree with you. And I agree with you saying on that, and that's important. And like I said, and I know you take that personally. Like I said, you got children yourself or your own, and like I said, take them personally to lead in the right direction because we look at it now. Of course, the prison systems are overpopulated, the jails are overpopulated, and we have to break that cycle as a people, as a whole, as a village, to break them cycles because it's like I said, they're getting younger and younger by the day, and they're not experiencing life to the fullest. So we have to. So big up to you as being a mother, and being a mother of strong will, determination, to make it better for you and your children as they progress, they get older in life. And my next question is, and the reason you started your own business, of course, KK Facial Care. I know you've been doing real good with the sales and things like that, with the orders, and I know you've been putting in work, grinding and things like that. You're passionate about it. So as you added that title, entrepreneur, how's that experience coming for you?
Oh, busy. Busy. Of course, I got the work and I got the kids and I got the business or whatever. All I can say is busy and a blessing because, when you are a single parent, kids are expensive or whatever. But I also put out the skincare products because I always had people asking me, how do you get your skin so clear? Like, what are you using? This, that, and the third. I would tell people, but they were like, well, how about you just make me some? And it's like, Like, I don't know if I really want to do that. But recently, after I had my son, I was out of work. Well, I wasn't, I was on maternity leave or whatnot, and I hadn't received a check in a couple months or whatnot. And I'm like, you know what? I can't just keep going into my savings trying to pay the bills. So I'm like, you know what? A friend of mine, he was just like, well, why don't you just go ahead and kickstart off your skincare stuff? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see how that go. And the first week, I sold out. Like, first week, completely sold out. Second week, sold out. Third week. So I'm just like, okay, like I can definitely add this on. So I definitely got that started. And so far, it has been an amazing journey. I'm actually in the store right now trying to get stuff because I have some more orders to put out. So it's definitely been something that I'm very excited about. I want to see where it goes, and I want to create generational wealth for my kids and their kids, hopefully. Oh, whatnot. So I'm just taking it day by day, actually.
And that's what it's all about. Like I said, I'm noticing now among people of color, a lot of people get on that bandwagon for generational wealth. Of course, you read Proverbs. Proverbs says a good man leave inheritance for a children. from a spiritual
Mhm.
and material standpoint. Of course, Deuteronomy 8:18 says that Moses said that God gave us the power to get wealth. They may establish covenant what He did with our forefathers. So, there's
Right.
nothing wrong with having money. There's nothing wrong with being wealthy. And like you said, you having children. The cost goes up, of course, because it's extra miles you got to see within the household. So
Mhm.
that's great what you're doing, having multiple streams of income coming in at the same time, and that's what it's all about. Putting in work, ladies and gentlemen. You got to put in work. You could just sit around and nothing ain't gonna happen. You got to put in work in order to see everything
Right.
come to fruition for you. The
Exactly.
name K, the two letters KK. What did that?
KK.
So explain to the listeners. Where'd
How
you
I
come
came
up
up
with
with the
that creative
name?
title from? Yeah.
The reason why I came up with that name is because of my daughters, Kennedy and Casey. And I knew that, I don't think my boy is going to be the one who's going to be, that into skincare products. So whenever I do, if it becomes international and nationwide, my girls will be the ones who take that over, and it's basically named after them. And once it's a 100% all natural homemade product. Like nothing is artificial. There's no extra added scents or anything like that. So it's basically for my kids. Like everything I do is for my baby.
And that's what it's all about. Like I said, just focusing on them, preparing them, and at the
Mhm.
same time preparing yourself, but most importantly, preparing them at their young age. So when they go
Mhm.
experience, they don't have to want for anything. And I respect that to the highest. And my next question
Right.
is, in the field of being a correction officer, what is your goal as an officer?
When I first started as a corrections officer almost 3 years ago, I came in with the mindset that if I can get one person to change and understand that, being in the system is not a good thing, then I know that at that time I've completed my job. So basically my goal is to try to talk to people and, teach them and guide them into a better, direction in the path and let them know, like, look, you don't have to do this. There's jobs out here. Whenever you're having problems or whatever, pray, pray, because I always tell everybody, don't worry about it, pray about it. They come in there and they cussing us out and this, that, and the third. Don't worry about it, honey, pray about it. So my goal is to just help somebody.
That's true. And if, like I said, help that one somebody, hey, you did enough right there, just helping one
Right.
somebody. You want somebody to help
Exactly.
somebody else. So that's the mentality you got to have working the type of setting that we work in. And my last and
Mhm.
final question, of course, and like I know you're busy and pressing for time, I ask it to my guests all the time. Proverbs talks about a good name. A good name is better than riches and everything else. At the end of the day, and I'm expecting to hear your answer on this one. What do you want the legacy to be?
Yeah. I want my legacy to be, it's crazy because when I first seen this question, I was like, what do I want my legacy to be? What do I want to leave for people to remember me by? And I think the main thing I want everybody to remember me by is being a mother first, an entrepreneur second. So I'm not going to say a mother first, a woman of God first, a mother second, and an entrepreneur third. And just, remember that we all have a story to tell. We all have a testimony. So that's about it.
And of course, you have any final remarks for the listening audience here before we greet out there?
Yes, my final remarks will be everyone go visit KK's Facial Care on Facebook. It will be also KK's _ facial care on Instagram. If you would like to order some products, I have a honey facial mask. I have a turmeric whip moisturizer, and I have several different body soaps and facial soaps. They're all good for the skin, and that's about it. Or you can contact me at 251-786-0205. Thank you so much, Furman, for this opportunity to speak about my business and myself. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate you taking time to be the schedule because I know you're busy and stuff like that, but I think you'll take time to be the schedule. And once again, you'll be a guest anytime on Impact Force, and I appreciate you.
Oh, it's no problem. Thank you.
And you're welcome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, about to great to sign out here. I hope everybody having a great afternoon. a great day. Be encouraged, stay focused, stay positive, reach your goals. Remember, whatever you set to do, keep your mind to it. Stay consistent. Consistency is the key. So stay consistent with everything you do in life, and you'll see the fruits of your labor come to pass. So I encourage everybody to have a great day. See you next time here on Walking This Way Impact Voice. Everybody have a great, blessed day. Much love. Peace.
You are now listening to the most talked about blog talk radio station in the universe. Walking His Way, Impact Voice Radio. Be prepared to have your mind stimulated, your spirit elevated in ways you couldn't even imagine. Introducing your host and the mastermind behind this unforgettable experience, Furman Jackson Jr.